What's up, guys? Nishan, I already know what you're thinking, so there's no need to tell me it. Time for question of the month. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm starting to go back to the every other day uploading on even days at around 1:30 Pacific time. So I know I said at the beginning of the year that I really wasn't going to have one, and I kind of started doing every 3 days or so. I think I'm going to go back to trying to do every even day. So just be aware of that, and let's dive into the question of the month. So you guys already know how it works. Let's go over last month's question, which was, what do you predict is going to happen in the industry this year? So let's see what you all had to say. Connor, Bus Driver 5, said Bluebird might start making an electric bus since International, or IC, Thomas started the production first. I don't know if you guys know this, but Bluebird actually has been making electric buses. I just never really did a video on it. But Bluebird has a electric T3 RE as well as a electric Vision, so Bluebird's already in the game. Now if we can get everything else electric, that'd be cool too. ICCE83 said Lion Bus is going to make a Type D electric bus, and IC, Bluebird, and finally Thomas are going to make Type D hybrids, and I'm hoping IC is going to make a new generation RE. So Lion, I would very much like to see a Type D RE. Really, I'd like to see something new from Lion besides the Type C because, well, I think it'd be interesting to see what else they could make. IC, Bluebird, and Thomas making Type D hybrids, that would be interesting as well. So Bluebird actually already has Type D hybrids. They already have an electric T3 RE, and they have a CNG T3 RE as well, which is what my district back in Tucson does. They ordered a ton of CNG T3 REs this past year. And the last part, making a new generation IC RE, I don't think it's going to happen. That'd be really interesting if they did, but I mean, it's pretty much stayed the same for quite some time. I mean, yeah, there's been some cosmetic upgrades, but if you look at really the Amtran RE, it hasn't changed a whole lot. Bus Driver 40 said maybe a new HDX and EFX. Like I said with the RE, I don't think we're going to be expecting many new buses this year. The HDX is certainly due for a refresh, but when I think of a newer HDX, I can't really see much going on there. And the EFX, I highly doubt that because that is a newer bus. I think it came out in like 2011 or something. So, I mean, 7 years. I mean, we've had the CE for 13 years, second gen Vision for like 10 years, and the C2 for like 14 years. So, SPC Cleveland 3891 said, I think QISD routes are going to be great. They've been going real well so far this year, but, that has nothing to do with the question, so moving on. Ario for 72 said, I don't know, maybe Thomas will do something. IC will continue to move forward. Not really. And Bluebird will sell more buses. Maybe my district will stop being cheap and actually invest in some good quality buses. Yeah, I'd stop buying Bluebirds if I were you. Jokes aside, maybe Thomas will make their HDXs and EFXs just like the Julie, but instead with a different name than the Julie. That is certainly a possibility. I don't think it's going to be this year, but I can see that in the upcoming years, an electric version of the HDX and EFX. International will also make some sort of change to the IC charge to make it look less weird or do something to the CEs. Well, I mean, after y'all got the comments section shut down because of me on the IC charge video, certainly hope that they're going to do something about it. And finally, Bluebird might make a quality electric bus. Like I said, they've already been making a few electric buses, but I'm sure they're going to sell a lot of them this year. And maybe Collins will rethink the weird ram-looking bus thing and use something else. I was looking around today and I saw some ads for it, so don't think it's going anywhere, unfortunately. At least it's not the StarCraft Dodge, though. This took a legit 10 minutes to make. Also, do you know D-Way? Edit. This meme is dead. I know. Yeah, it's a dead meme at this point, but I do know D-Way. Jack Johnson said, I think that some of the electric buses may fail for some districts and that Cummins is gonna haul to the top of the engine manufacturing company, seeing it's the most diesel vehicles today run off of Cummins. And if you haven't noticed, if you have a Cummins engine after the year 2012, your fuel tank is automatically in the rear of the bus. Just a little fact you might like to hear. The fuel tank, yeah, I actually never really noticed that, but I guess you're right. I mean, Cummins is pretty much on top of the diesel game right now in terms of buses. I mean, if they were able to stop the Max Force from being produced, then I think they're doing pretty well. Some electric buses might fail. That's an interesting prediction. The Charge already did, though. Joshua Manny said first student this year might buy some propane buses like the 2017 Bluebird Visions they have. Why'd you have to post something about first student, man? Come on. Never mind. Connor, bus driver 43, said Thomas will come out with a new ER or they will fire Linda Enright. Never mind. Daniel said, I had the same thought as you, which my thought was we're going to see a lot more electric buses this year. Bus driver 434 said, I see Thomas and Bluebird are going to make Type D and Type A electric buses. We've already reviewed the Type D situation, but with Type A, I think we need to see the actual chassis manufacturers start to produce electric versions of those before we see them being utilized as electric school buses. Ross Buckner said, I think the electric buses will be sold, but if the districts that have buses that go out in the country, they will turn out to be unreliable and then nobody will buy electric. But what about the gas buses that Bluebird and Thomas has? I think they'll be the big sellers on the market. Yeah, gas buses are, I'm sure, certainly going to be on the rise this year, as well as electric buses as alternatives to diesel. Adam, hey, thanks for all those memes you sent me the other night. Not sure what to do with them, but thanks, I guess. Anyways, Adam said, I think gasoline buses will probably be what we see more of this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they started to take over the market in the next few years. Electric buses will probably be pushed more in areas where they can be used, such as cities and suburbs, but they won't make a push in areas that can't really use them. I think that last part where they're going to push electric buses in cities and not so much rural areas, I think that is spot on. Once we start seeing electric buses that have batteries that are able to last real long, then we'll start seeing those go out into more rural areas. But until then, I think we're only going to see them in bigger metropolitan cities and whatnot. Austin said, no one clicks the thumbs up button. Oh, what did I say I was going to do this time? Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up or the industry is going to die this year. Well, glad we got some thumbs up on that one. ICCE 519 said, I think QISD is going to have a good time during routes. What is with y'all saying we're going to have a good time? But yeah, we are having a great year this year so far. Alright guys, so let's hop straight into the question at this point. So I was looking around on STN and I saw an article on ads on buses and I thought, you know, let me read into it. So I started reading it, and it was Virginia is considering allowing ads on their buses. And as I was reading it, I thought, well, this is a great question. Do you have ads on your buses, and what are your thoughts on it? So back in Houston, yes, there were plenty of ads on numerous districts. So of course, my district had ads, and Houston ISD also had ads. Let me show you a couple pictures to explain. So, well, this is basically what they looked like. Can't get much simpler than that. There were two places for ads. I looked through my pictures and I could only find the ads that were down here, but I know that there were also buses that had ads up here. You can see on one of the visions that there was an ad down here. So as you can see down here, this law would allow buses in Virginia to display ads between the rear wheels and the rear of the bus as long as the material doesn't obstruct the name of the school division or number of the bus and is not sexually explicit and is not related to gambling, politics, tobacco, or alcohol. Now over in Tucson there aren't buses with ads, and out here in California, same. No ads out here, not that I've seen. Now, what are my thoughts on them? Well, I'm actually not really opposed to them. I remember when they first started rolling out on the buses in Houston. Yeah, sure, I thought it was really weird and I didn't really understand why they were doing it, but, well, taking a look at it, it can actually be pretty beneficial. Of course, it's going to bring in a ton of money to the district. It advertises local businesses, which helps the economy. And if the buses weren't sponsored, if you will, they were advertisements for the school district, which helped them get more employees and grow overall, since CFISD is like the third biggest district in Texas, so, you know, it's pretty big. So I'm definitely not opposed to ads, and yeah, like I said, I think some of them look really weird. But once I got used to it, they were there, and I didn't really care at that point. So that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts on ads. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have ads on your buses? What are your thoughts on ads being on buses? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll read them in next month's question. Also, if you do have an idea for a question of the month, you can either leave it in the comments, or I do have a video request form, so I look at those, and suggestions are appreciated. So yeah, guys, that is it. thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's magical right a button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it, down in care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or first student advertisements are going to be placed on every single bus. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, share it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. And thanks for watching.